Woo woo, aka what's up with you, PEN15 super fans? We are here covering episode 7, the AIM episode, episode 8, Wild Things, and we have a special guest, Dallas Liu, on the show with us today. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey! Thanks for tuning in to the PEN15 after show. Again, we're covering episodes 7, the AIM episode, talking about Brendon and the chat room mystery man that Maya gets involved with. We're also talking about episode 8, which is Wild Things. We'll be talking about their first kisses and what's going on with Sam and Jenna and really Maya. We will get into our special segment now and then. And of course, we have this amazing guest. We have Dallas Liu on the show today. Hey, Dallas, how you doing?
Hey, you guys. Thanks for having me.
Of course. And of course, my amazing co-host, Miss AJ.
Hey, guys. I'm AJ.
So, guys, before we get into these 2 episodes, also, I'm Chloe West. I should tell y'all who I am, right? Before we get into all of this, I want to hear your overall thoughts about episode 7, the AIM episode. What did you think, AJ?
I thought it was very relatable. It brought back a lot of memories just from trying to get online, making up a username. I'm just like, yep, relatable. I definitely remember those days.
Yeah, and Dallas, did you have an AIM?
I honestly didn't even know what it was till I watched it. Like, I swear, I was like, AOL?
Like, what is that?
And, yeah, it was just super funny to watch, like, how people communicated back then, so.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, I was like, did you have any idea that was how we used internet back in the day? We had to really log into, nobody had to be on the phone, like, and if somebody was on the phone, you had to have, like, 2 lines, something. It was hard. It was a struggle.
That really did look like a struggle.
It was a struggle.
Yeah.
This AIM episode I have heard so much about from so many people. When I've mentioned the show PEN15, they're like, "Oh, wait till the AIM episode, you're gonna love it." It lived up to all my expectations. It was so awesome. I just could not believe they got the visuals and the sounds right. Like the signing in, the door opening, the door closing when he signed out. I just blacked all that out. Like I totally forgot. And I'm watching and all of these like repressed memories of AIM are coming
and
back.
I think it was just more of the waiting time too, because you have to wait. Like it was at you just have to wait. Like, is it going to go through? So Dallas, I have a question. Was there anything on the show that you were surprised to learn about that we had to use back in the day? I know AIM was one you probably didn't know about. Was there anything else that surprised you? Like, y'all really did this?
The music, like 98 Degrees. Like I was okay, low-key I kind of liked it like in the beginning, but music, fashion. I like the fashion too. Like I like wearing baggy clothes, and they're bringing it back a little bit too nowadays. So yeah, I mean I liked everything from back then too. But I would definitely update technology.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I would get home from school and I would sign into my computer like they did because, of course, I was addicted, as they show in this episode, to AIM. As my AOL Instant Messenger was signing on, it took so long. My routine every day was go to the kitchen, get an applesauce, eat the entire applesauce, throw it away, go back into the office where our computer was in my house, because of course everyone just had one computer, right? It's not like now where everyone has their own laptop or kids have their tablets. Like you have your one house computer, like you see in the show where like Maya's in her living room. And then it signed on. Literally, as I would sit down, it finally signed on.
He was multitasking. He was multitasking.
But it would take that long.
Yes.
That was the dial-up days of AIM. And as you see, they go to sign in. They're creating their usernames.
Right.
Anna creates one called Baby Spice 666. Well, Anna, come on now, girl.
First of all, when they was creating their username, I used to hate when I was trying to create a name and it was taken already. That used to bother me because then I had to put the random numbers on the end, or I had to totally change. I'm like, this is not what I wanted, so I used to pray, like, hope my name is not taken.
Okay,
so
AJ, what was your first ever Instagram? Or not Instagram,
we're going to talk about email because, back in the day, we had to, it was, very important. I remember when I made my first email. I was in high school. So I love B2K back in the day. Do you know what
Yes.
B2K is? See, it's back in the day. So basically, my email was Raspy Girl, and yeah.
Just the letter
What
B? Or
does that
Raspy?
mean?
Because the member, it's a guy group, so the member was Raspy. That was my favorite.
Okay.
So I was Raspy Girl.
Wow, you went like deep into B2K.
Girl, I was all in it.
I liked B2K, but I don't remember Raspy, so that's deep
It was
into
Omarion,
B2K. Yeah.
J
I
Bug.
listened to Omarion.
Yeah, so
My
it was
mom-
the group.
yeah.
It was
That's
the
where he
group.
started,
That's where he
was in
started
B2K.
from.
My mom got me on like Bow Wow and
Yeah,
like
there
Chris
you go,
Brown,
there you
Neo,
go.
like all that.
See, there you go. You
Yeah.
hip. You got it.
My first AOL email, which was of course your first instant messenger account, was showbiz2, but 2 W's and 2 Z's because I think regular showbiz was taken, so it was like
See?
SHOWWBIZZ2.
Have to
It was
change your name.
so complicated to try to tell people my email. So then I changed it, and then in high school, I think I changed it to Cloball 02. And those are my AIM screen names.
So Dallas, how would you relate like the AOL days to now? We have social media now, so now we have the apps like Instagram and what y'all using? Snapchat, Twitter.
Yeah.
So I mean, of course, which one do you think is better, back in the day or after nowadays? I already know what you're gonna say. I want to ask you anyway.
Nowadays.
Nowadays, I got the cell phone now. It's
Yeah.
different. So yeah.
Yeah, we and nowadays too, the kids don't have crazy embarrassing screen names.
Yeah,
the way
everyone's
we
trying to
had.
be famous now, so they put that real
Oh,
name.
everybody's trying to be
down,
famous
you know?
now. Okay.
Right.
Yes, with the real name.
That is so true. But our screen names were so embarrassing.
Embarrassing. That's why I didn't even want to tell you. I was like, Raspy Girl.
Okay, so let's get into the episode a little bit. Let's talk about Brendon and Anna. This episode, we really see them become boyfriend, girlfriend. Like, it seems very official. You know, they've definitely, like, passed notes before, but now they seem very officially boyfriend and girlfriend. And, you know, I thought it was exciting, and I liked that Anna was excited that they had a boyfriend, and Maya was excited, too. So what were you thinking about Brendon, AJ?
Well, we kind of predicted that they were going to be official, so it was happy to see that they were official. Throughout the episode, I felt a little sad, you know, when they finally broke it off.
That's technically next episode, but yes.
Oh, you know, it's just,
I know,
it
they
hurt me
blend
that
together.
bad that, you know, I'm just like, oh, man, it's just one thing I was thinking about. But I really loved it. I felt like they was going to be together, so it was real cute. I like them.
Brendon was a sweet kid on the show for sure.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
even his character too was a nice kid.
I love when they go to the bowling alley and he buys them snacks.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, get yourself a Mountain Dew. Like,
Yeah.
You really kind of were like, oh, this guy's awesome. Like,
Yeah.
7th graders are really not like this. Or, like,
Not
I was
really.
like, he is pretty, like, mature for his age in that character, and I loved that. Yeah, like, I really loved seeing his character develop in this episode, and I think that's why we get so upset when we get into episode 8 and they break up, because we're like, wait, I like this guy. I
Yeah.
like you guys together. I loved his away message song that when they read it, they were like, oh, Anna, that's about
talking to
you.
Talking
Because
to you.
that is so true.
Yeah.
You definitely really thought about your away messages, and they had to be song lyrics. There was just no way you were gonna put something normal. Like, no, you had to put a song lyric in your away message. And yeah, I don't even want to think about the embarrassing away messages I probably had going on. Like your emo teen self, you know, being so affected by these little relationships. I probably had a lot of Genie in the Bottle ones.
Yeah. I have a question. So when they said the woo-woo,
Okay.
Dallas, did you know, well, before you, have you ever heard that before, besides from them using it in the script and stuff? So
No.
is there anything that y'all say, woo-woo?
Like, wait,
What's up?
what does
It
woo
was-
woo mean? Like,
it
in
said-
the context?
What's up with you?
So that's what they would...
So, like, when they was typing, so instead of saying, like, WYD, like, what you doing, they was like, WW, so what's up with you? Have you heard that before?
Yeah. Well, now I have, but, like, we say, like, what you doing, stuff like that, what you doing right now, like, simple stuff.
Right, yeah. So when they said it, you know, I was like, I think this is what it meant. So when they actually said, I'm like, okay, I was on the same page. Did you know what it meant?
I did not. I embarrassingly have to admit, I did not know what it meant. And I was like, and when they were like, oh, you don't know what woo-woo is? You know how they, like, type that back? I was like, I don't know what it is. Tell me.
I do not remember using that back in the day.
No,
so
I don't either.
No, never heard that.
Yeah, we definitely always said, like, sup. I remember that. Like, if you typed what's up, like, that was, come on, you had to type sup. Like, little dumb things like that. Like, I actually remember.
Oh, man.
And I love when Maya, let's go to the chat room, Mystery Man. Let's switch gears
Miami,
a little bit.
Bro.
Oh, yeah, Fly Miami, bro, of course.
Heck yeah.
Gym rat, right? I love... First off, going into chat rooms, we have to talk about this. I mean, I've been in a chat room, and it felt just as creepy and just as weird as all of that. But I definitely did it with, like, my best friend and her two sisters. Like, there was a team of us. Oh, my gosh, this is so naughty. We're in the chat room.
Yeah. Do y'all do that, Dallas? So, like, when you're with your friends, your guys, and you're texting a girl... Hope I can ask you. Do you guys get together and like, hey, what we gonna text the girl? Do y'all kind of plan it together, or you kind of like, nah, I can hold my own? So,
I mean, it depends on the situation. If you're asking them to like hang out, then you know you get all your boys to like, okay, what do I say here? But if you're talking about like intimate feelings and stuff, like you kind of keep it to yourself.
Okay.
You know, or you talk to another girl about it, like asking for advice.
Oh, okay.
That's
He's
smart.
a smart one. That's right. Get advice from other females. Don't ever ask a guy for advice about females.
Especially if it's like her best friend or something, then she'll know.
Look, Dallas is hip. Ladies,
He's very aware, okay?
So we see Maya, right? She's in this chat room. Well, her and Anna first start in the chat room, right? And then Anna gets scared, as we've seen throughout the season. You know, Anna's kind of the more reserved one.
Her.
I do too.
She's
More reserved. Definitely the smarter one, because then Maya goes crazy. She starts catfishing this guy, and you know, as the audience, we don't know. We're like, oh my God, is this really like a 30-year-old man she's talking to in this chat room? And you're kind of nervous. And then she takes pictures to send to him. She thinks she's in love. And then they go to meet at the bowling alley. What were you guys feeling when you were watching this? Because I was like, oh my God, they're going to meet an old man. This is so creepy.
First of all, I really love how she asks Brendon to come along.
For protection. For protection.
I'm not going to lie. So, Dallas, I really thought she was going to ask, you know, her big brother, Suji,
That's
to
what
come.
I thought, too.
But then I was like, maybe she wouldn't ask Suji because it's kind of like, you know how you're trying to do something sneaky and you don't want your older brothers to know?
Yeah.
I think Suji would have said, like, you're being dumb. Like, this is dumb.
What
you know?
would Suji have said?
Yeah, what do you think he would have
If Maya would have came to you and asked you to come accompany her, what would happen?
Well, I have to ask her, like, who are you meeting? You know, she's like, oh, this guy named Fly Miami, bro. Like, like 30-year-old dude. I'm like, come on now. You really think, like, a 30-year-old dude gonna meet up with you, like, right now? So, yeah, I think I'd just be smart with her, be a smart ass, you know? So,
and I love that about Suji in the episodes we watched. Like, he's very real with Maya. Like, real. Anna, too. Like, he's very real. He comes from a realistic point of view and logical. Like, listen, no, I'm your big brother. Listen to me. Let me help you out a little bit. So I like that.
Yeah. And I feel like his character has been through it all in middle school, especially since he's, like, an 8th grader and that
1 year
stuff.
older.
Yeah. What do you think Suji's AIM screen name would have been?
Something like Wu-Tang.
Probably.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
Definitely. So they go to the bowling alley, right? And thank God the guy doesn't show up. But then we find out it's Sam.
Which I was so happy about. Because I was like, oh, okay, great. It was another kid, not actually a grown man.
Yeah, and I like it too because when we find out it's Sam, you're like, oh yeah, of course he was going to message her because he knew that was her screen name.
Yeah.
And they had told him that they had been in that chat room. So he was like waiting for her. So I love that they were sort of catfishing each other.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't know, I feel like it's foreshadowing, this prolonged relationship we've been wanting to see between Maya and Sam. So I was hoping that, that's going to lead us into it.
It might. And also, Maya, and what about her obsession with all the older guys?
Yeah.
That was, like, she met one older guy in the chat room, and now every older guy she's seen, she's just like, oh my gosh.
Oh, at the bowling alley? Yeah, when she's like creepily staring at them.
She's obsessed. I'm like, Maya, she needs to calm down. Maya needs to chill out, okay? Chill out.
Absolutely. Now, before we get into episode 8, Wild Things, AJ, why don't you hit us with some stuff first?
Well, guys, we just want to thank you for tuning in and watching us and helping to make us the ESPN of TV Talk. And if you're watching us on YouTube right now, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Tell all your friends. And if you're listening to us on iTunes, give us a 5-star rating and also leave a comment. But no matter where you are, make sure to show us some love because, we love you guys. We love you.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. And all right, let's get into episode 8, Wild Things. Now, it's titled Wild Things because they watch the infamous Wild Things movie. But before we get into that, we need to talk about kissing. Because there's a lot of it in this episode. And some of it is pretty weird and pretty gross. So let's talk about the girls practicing their first kisses in Anna's bedroom on her bedroom furniture.
Yeah.
Dallas.
Go
yeah,
ahead.
go ahead.
Go ahead. Dallas.
Yeah.
Question. Have you had your first kiss yet?
Yeah.
You did?
Absolutely.
Have you had an on-screen kiss?
Oh.
I have not.
I've heard those are awkward. Because it's like usually a stranger versus like someone you like, so it's like I've heard in interviews people say they're pretty robotic. So
I feel like if I were to have an on-screen kiss, like I'd ask them to like practice like before it, just so it's not like nasty or nothing like that.
yeah, and then the crew's like, oh gosh, we need to do that again. Yeah, that's a lot. So we see the girls making out with her furniture, and then her dad comes in, and then the freak out of the dad coming in was, I actually watched it like 3 times. I thought it was so funny. They're yelling and screaming, and
he had a really good reaction to it. His acting was phenomenal on that part,
especially because I'm assuming they had many takes, but yeah, like, and to keep it authentic, I agree, that was awesome.
That was I felt it, like it was that real. I'm like, oh my gosh, she walked in, they're just freaking out, and then she had the bra on and then the tights on with her panties, so she didn't really have clothes on. Like, get out, Dad, get out. He's like, okay, like, calm down. But yes, kissing. I'm trying to think. I heard of people practicing. I never practiced kissing on a furniture or anything.
Not on furniture.
I heard about people like doing it on their hands.
Yeah.
Like that,
definitely did that.
Come on, Dallas.
It's just like I never like realized that like I'd be doing that stuff like when I was younger, or like your pillow or something like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so it was like the hand. You just have to practice like this, and yeah, but that was a little weird. It was on the furniture. I'm like, me, I'm thinking from like, that's not clean. I'm just like, it's not clean. Why are you putting your mouth on that?
I just like that they were both doing it. Like, that was so weird.
Yeah.
So weird and funny. And yeah, she's dancing in the room in her bra and tights, but they're excited because Brendon has invited Anna to watch Wild Things, an R-rated movie that they rent from Blockbuster. With a different ID because they're not old enough. I love that little part.
Right.
So they rent this movie and they're practicing kissing because they know what's gonna go down at this, weekend movie night. And so they're practicing their first kiss, and then we see the first kiss between Anna and Brendon. And so many things happened in this first kiss. But I have to say, I really liked that you could see the stubble on the guy's face, so you knew Anna wasn't actually making out with the actor that plays Brendon, who is how old is he actually in real life?
I think he's like 13.
Yeah, right? Like, so you don't have a 30-year-old actually kissing a 13-year-old, which I appreciated. So, they still kind of made you think it by, like, just showing them their mouths instead of both faces. But then, as the viewer, you're like, okay, phew. I can suspend my disbelief without being totally creeped
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
It was actually Anna's real life boyfriend who
Oh.
she was kissing.
Oh.
So yeah, so guys, she was not like Chloe said, was not an actual child. That was her real life boyfriend.
So, and what do we think of their first kiss?
Unfiltered.
That is a
For
good way
sure.
to describe it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I mean, like, I wouldn't say mine was that, like,
Yours was better.
messy, you know?
Wet.
That was, yeah, but it was close. I guess you
Yeah.
could say that for
Yeah,
sure.
it was sloppy. It was nasty. I was like, what is going on right now? It didn't look, I'm like, ew.
I know. It was so, there was just like, they had, you know, they were off, right? Like they weren't kissing the same at
Yeah,
the
in
same
sync.
time. Yeah, they weren't in sync, exactly. And oh my gosh, it
And the
was.
tongue was, I'm like, ew.
Yeah, it was like flopping.
He's like
I'm like-
licking her
He's like,
chin.
It was nasty.
It was definitely gross, but hilarious.
Yes.
But yeah, and then I really appreciated the awkward moments beforehand too. You know, him telling his cousin to tell Maya, to
First
tell
of all,
Anna.
that was too much. I'm like, she is sitting right there next to you, but you know that is what we used to do. But it was just like, come on, bro, she's right there.
Yeah, and then she goes up to meet him and is too, you know, is like, oh, I have to use the bathroom. And she's so nervous. It was so, I really loved seeing Anna be that nervous about
Yeah.
a kiss, right? You know, she's just so nervous. She like holds it in such high regard, and yeah, and then it happened, and then she didn't like it, which was sad. And they break up over a bad kiss.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you feel like Anna felt pressured to kiss him? Like, do you think she actually wanted to? What do you guys think?
I wouldn't say, she definitely didn't look like she was ready for like that moment. But I mean, yeah, it's middle school, your first kiss, so you kind of want it to happen, but like might not be the right person for you.
Yes.
That's true.
That's so true. You know, in the beginning, when she told me she wanted to wait, you know, initially, she's like, no, I kind of want to wait. And that's what she said at first. But then, you know, after being in the moment and being around everybody, and, you know, you got Maya, look, first of all, Maya is ready for anything.
She's
is
wild.
like, wow. I'm like, Maya, you need to relax. It's like she's trying to live through Anna. I'm like, Anna, go do it. But Maya really wants to do it. But Anna's like, no. So, yeah. I thought that it was real sweet. Like I said, she's maintaining her innocence, you know, and purity. And she's like, you know, just being a kid. And so I thought it was nice. But then, you know, after she had the feelings of regret, you know, that just reminded me of like many girls' first experiences with their like first time, and how when it's not, because, you know, we glamorize supposed to be romantic. We have all these thoughts in our head about what it's supposed to be like, you know, from watching TV or seeing parents. And then when it actually happens, you're like, this is not what I envisioned. So then you're thinking it's the person, like, oh, well, that's not the right person because I didn't feel these type of feelings. So they got to go, which, you know, led her to breaking up with him. So, yeah, I think it was very, like you said, realistic, because I think that happens a lot with girls. We had this whole fantasy in our head, and then when it's not what it's hyped up to be, we're like,
I know, and I was surprised she even said it was bad, because I'm like, how do you know it's bad? You know, like,
Yeah.
that's your first kiss. But,
Yeah.
you know, yeah, I guess she has this idea of what she wanted. And, yeah, she does kind of talk in the episode. She feels like they're moving fast. And when they were at the bowling alley in the episode before, he did try to kiss her, and she kind of said no. So, yeah, maybe she just wasn't ready. Maybe it was Brendon. Maybe it's just, like, overall, like, that pressure. And then when her parents find out that she broke up with him, and then they are happy she got her first kiss, but then they start kissing in front of her. It was so weird and
So
creepy.
weird.
And like, you're happy that they're kissing because they've been fighting most of the
Yeah.
episodes, you know, and
Yeah.
it's like leading to what seems like a divorce. So you're like, oh, okay, good. They like each other, but stop doing that in front of your teenager. That's so weird.
yeah. I was looking like, oh, my gosh. She was just sitting there like, well, I think she was... I don't know, I think she was kind of happy they were kissing.
Right.
Like, they were happy they were together.
Yeah.
Like, hey, as long as y'all not fighting, then we're okay.
Yeah, because that's what we've been seeing a lot
Yes.
of. And it was cute how invested they were in her having a boyfriend and getting her first kiss. And you know, being like, you're going to kiss a lot of boys and you're going to break up a lot. Like, I liked their advice to her.
Yeah.
Just ended a little wonky.
So, Dallas.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a girl break up with you? First?
I never had like a solid girlfriend. Like we were like, you know, holding hands and stuff like that. But I definitely had a thing with girls.
Has anybody ever cut it off with you, or you always usually the person like, oh, I'm gonna end it?
Nah, yeah, I would say.
You end it usually, or they end it with you?
Normally I end it, just
okay.
because I'm not looking for no relationship. I'm 17. You know, I'm trying to do my thing, but
There you go.
There you go.
no, I had a girl end it with me before for
Aw.
sure. Yeah.
Now, did they end it via note? Because we see in this episode, right, Anna and Maya are in the bathroom and they're writing the breakup note, and Maya's supposed to deliver it, but, you know, another girl hears, Becca hears, and Becca runs off and gets to Brendon before Maya. So then Brendon ends up breaking up with Anna before Anna can break up with him.
Yeah.
Like, but I assume that doesn't happen nowadays because we have text messaging.
Right,
Yeah.
text. So, like, how do y'all break up nowadays? Is it through text message, or do y'all do it face to face?
Well, if you're mature, you meet up with them in person.
Look,
But I
Dallas
mean-
is over here
Does that-
speaking knowledge.
Does that happen though?
Yeah, no, but most teenagers, they be like, I'm just gonna text him how I feel, and then like we'll see what happens.
Has
Just, you know.
anybody broken up via Snapchat with
Oh, my
anyone you know?
gosh.
Has that happened?
Oh yeah, that happened to me. Yeah.
They broke up with you on the app?
Yeah, cause like we don't text. We like FaceTime or we Snapchat. Just because Snapchat you can see their face. She sent me this like long ass paragraph. I was like not trying to read
My
that. I
God.
was not trying to read that.
That's so terrible.
Yeah, that's kind of like Anna. She had written a long paragraph, right? And Brendan's was short and sweet. No, maybe
Yeah.
not sweet, short and sour.
Short and sour.
Short and sour. Okay, so also in Wild Things, we see Sam and Jenna kind of start to have a relationship, which, you know, is annoying to Maya and to me personally because I want Sam and Maya to be together. So we see this new relationship happening between Sam and Jenna. What do you guys think about it? Do we like Sam and Jenna together? Do we want it to be Sam and Maya? Is Maya being too mean to Sam? What's going on? What are your thoughts?
Well,
I'm a fan of like Sam and Maya. So I don't really like Jenna, even though she seemed like a nice girl. Like, I think Sam and Maya have better chemistry. So yeah, those are my thoughts.
yeah, I agree. I like Sam and Maya as well, but I think Maya, she hasn't tapped into her feminine side. She's more like, I'm going to joke on you or try to talk about you, and that's my way of flirting. So Maya, she just doesn't know how to flirt yet.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I feel like he's trying to, like, listen, you can be nice. Like, he was like, say something nice to me. Like,
Yeah.
don't always,
Yeah.
you know, insult me.
Yeah, I really loved that scene. Like, say something nice. And then she did. And then she's like, no, say something nice to me. You know, that was sort of
Yeah.
vulnerable for Maya.
Right.
I think, too, Sam, when they were IMing each other, got to see this, like, nice side of Maya. And I think he likes that side of her, you know, this, even though she was catfishing him, but he was catfishing her.
Yeah.
That he likes that version of her. But I was kind of proud of Sam, too, to be like, yeah, Sam, get your kicks where you need your kicks, you know? Like, if Maya's not going to admit it and, grow up a little bit, right, to realize she likes Sam, then go for Jenna.
Yeah.
Good for
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, Jenna, I felt kind of bad for Maya when they were at soccer practice, and, you know, Jenna interrupted Maya and Sam talking. It was so awkward. I'm like, ooh, girl, how you
Yeah.
gonna leave? How you just need to exit the situation.
Yeah, especially when like Sam and Jenna are up on the couch, like all cuddled up and stuff. And like Maya was just sitting there, like third wheeling hard, jealous. I've been there, done that. Like
That was so
I feel
funny.
He said, I've
when,
been there, done that.
when Maya tried to put her hand on the cousin's lap, and the cousin's like, nope. Moving that hand over. Loved that.
Maya just wants a boo. It's
I
like
know,
everybody
she
has a boo
does.
around her, and she just doesn't.
Yeah, and I don't know if she cares who at this point. You know, she just wants
She
someone.
wants either, if you want AIM talking to her on the AOL chat, or Sam, or in the cousin. I'm like, she's just lonely.
I know, she is. But yeah, I wonder, will we see them get together? Maya is sort of turning a slight corner with Sam, it seems like. The soccer practice, though, the stretch on the tree was so funny. Like, Maya's so awkward. I love it.
She don't know what to do. So she needs, like, girl one-on-one, how to be flirtatious.
Yeah. You can tell she doesn't know what she's doing. She's like, this sounds right in my head. I'm gonna go try it.
yeah. And I love that. It makes it great. It makes Maya's character just so lovable because she's such a goof. But now, all right, we're done with episode 7, AIM. We're done with episode 8, Wild Things. Let's get into our special segment, Now and Then. AJ, what do you got for us this week?
Well, guys, so we're going to talk about how texting has changed and the slang that we use and, what's happening, what we're saying nowadays. So, Dallas and Chloe, we can all talk.
Oh, gosh.
So, we are going to say, I'm going to say a word in a sentence, and I just want you guys to kind of tell me what it means. Like, what would you conclude from that?
Okay.
Right.
We'll start off easy, though.
Okay,
All
good.
We'll start off easy. So, that's my bae right there. What does bae mean?
It's like, that's my baby. That's my boo. That's my girl.
Yes.
All right, one for Dallas. I'll keep
Yes.
track of our points.
All right. All right.
Yes. Okay, so what about this? What about, that was real basic. What about the word basic? Like, their presentation was a little basic. Her outfit was basic to me.
Basic is you're like everybody else. Nothing is new, original. You are you're a sheep.
Mm-hmm. Same thing, Dallas?
Yeah.
Yes.
You just follow what the trends are.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are correct. It means thoughtless, boring, conforming. Just,
Do we think
unflattering.
Maya or Anna are basic? I don't think so. They're pretty funky.
Yeah.
The roller backpack, you don't see that often.
But the roller backpack with a backpack as well. Like,
Yeah.
that's the
It
hilarious
was like
part.
2 in 1.
She wears
Right.
2. Yeah.
Right,
like, she
right.
she always has one and then
Yeah.
that. And then does Suji even have a backpack?
Yeah, he does.
He does? Okay.
He's
I was like,
cool.
Suji's cool. I don't know if he carried a backpack.
I know. I was trying to imagine it. And I was like, I can't remember if he carried a backpack or not. All right, let's go back to the quiz.
Okay. What about, that party was lit last night. That party was lit. What does lit mean, Dallas?
I mean, I think it explains itself. Like,
Ah!
it's lit. It go crazy, It's a lot of fun. Vibes are off the charts, So, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
That's true. What about this? Girl, that outfit is on fleek today.
Oh, I'm looking good.
That's why you laughing at me.
If I'm on fleek, I'm looking good today.
Yes.
Yeah, like, on point.
On point. What about, okay, so, you know what? That outfit, girl, you slaying in that outfit. What does slay mean, Dallas?
She rocking it.
She
look
rocking it.
fire,
Yes, good job. Next one, what about ship? What does ship mean?
Oh.
Like, I'm shipping Sam. I don't want to give you a hint because it's going to be too obvious. Before I give you a hint, do you know what I mean by when I say ship?
I do.
What does it mean, Dallas?
It means like 2 people that both like each other, they work well together. So you ship them, like y'all should date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a relationship.
A relationship. Oh, what about this?
Oh, wait, I need to give Dallas his point. Okay.
What about this? You looking real snatched in that outfit. What does snatched mean? Do y'all know what that means?
I mean, I know what you mean, but this is going to be my guess because I've never had to define snatched. But I think it means, like, I want to get with you. Like, you're looking so hot, I'm ready to get with you.
Okay. What do you think, Dallas?
I think you mean like you look like a bum.
You thinking like a bum for real?
Yeah, snatched.
Okay, what does it mean,
so
AJ? So now,
good.
now we
I
don't
can
agree.
Explain it. So when it says you looking snatched, it's a compliment.
Oh.
So like, you see a girl, your waist is looking real snatched. Like
Oh.
you looking real fit, on point, put
Oh.
together.
Oh, okay. Neither.
Yes.
I gave myself a point, but I'm taking that point away because I didn't really get that definition right.
Yeah. So Dallas, when you go back, it's cool. And
You
you
can
and
say
your
that.
guys are talking. Y'all like, oh, that girl looks snatched. Okay.
But hopefully they know what it means, so they don't think that you're
Yeah,
saying
or I'll
bad
have to
things.
explain it to him. I'll start it up.
Yeah.
Start it up. Tell them you learned it here on AfterBuzz. You know. So, what's swiping right? When we swipe right, what we swiping right for?
Tinder, man.
But is swiping right good or
Is
bad?
that good or bad?
It's good. It's good.
Yeah. Right is good, right? Okay.
Yes,
Dallas
you
has
wanna-
5 points. I only have 2 right now.
Okay, so
When I say you the real MVP, what does that mean? What does that slang?
Killing it. Most valuable player.
Yeah. I mean, it's from Kevin Durant's MVP speech when he's talking about his mom.
Oh.
yep,
2014 NBA.
Dallas even
MVP
knows the
speech.
reference.
Yes, he knows everything.
he's on point. He's on point. What about?
Well, we all know this. TBH. What does that stand for?
To be honest.
To be honest, yes, that one was easy.
That one was definitely not around during AIM either.
No.
We didn't really say TBH very much. That's definitely new slang for sure.
And actually, when it first came out, I didn't even know. It came out like a few years ago. I started hearing it. I didn't even know what it meant. I kept getting it confused. And then what's the other one? IMO. You know what that means?
Oh yeah.
You know IMO?
In my
In my
Oh,
No.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
In
like,
my
I'm trying to
opinion.
figure it out in my head, and then I was like, wait. Yeah, not around during the AIM time either. AIM shortcuts were like LOL, LOL.
Okay.
Yeah.
What were other AIM ones? Oh, TTYL, talk to you later, BRB. Because you had to put your
Right.
away message on, so you had to say BRB first, and then you put your away message on.
All right.
yeah. And so the last one.
Ooh.
What does bye Felicia mean?
Honestly, like I don't know if there's a real Is it like
Oh.
definition? Like
What is it? What is when somebody says bye Felicia? What are they basically saying? Like, what is it? How would you use it in context? Like,
if I'm like feeling sassy towards a girl, like she disrespect me, I'd be like, bye Felicia, like I'm out of here, you know?
yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
Dallas had 7 points. I had 2. So I think he wins this round. I'll give it up to Dallas on that one. Thank you for playing. Yeah, I'm glad we did that. I feel much more knowledgeable about my lingo now. Now it's been defined for me.
Yes.
All right, well, now let's get into our questions that we've prepared for Dallas. Super excited to have you on the show. Thank you so much for coming. And so you play Maya's older and wiser 8th grade brother.
Right.
Now, you're actually 17. So how is it to go back and play like 8th grade you? And how similar are you to your character, and how different are you?
So my 8th grade year, I was really shy and I was really observant. I mean, I didn't have like a lot of friends, but people knew of me and that sort of thing. And I definitely had a older brother role like Shuji did for my younger brother, because like he was getting bullied when he was in like 5th grade, so I had to step up and do my thing. But yeah, I mean, it's just like it was really cool because like I got to say the things that I would have wanted to tell my brother to say to those like other kids, so that was really fun. But Maya and Anna were like absolutely hilarious. Like I was dying like all the time. Even in like one of the scenes, you see me like sort of like laugh off to the side just because I couldn't keep a straight face. So yeah.
What was it like working with the show's creators, and they created the show, they wrote it, and now you guys are acting with them as well, which is pretty rare. So what was
Right.
that like?
It was really interesting just because you get to see their thought process, like what they would do instead of this line, or what they should say, or where they should be standing. So there's like a huge thought process that goes into it that you don't really see on camera. And so many different takes and ideas that go into it. And there's a lot of improv, which is like a lot of fun to do.
Oh, cool. Was that
Yeah.
scary for you?
I was just going along and having fun with it. I enjoyed the process, yeah.
That's
So it was
awesome.
cool for me.
That's really cool.
That's really good. So I was reading this article in backstage, and I feel like you have a lot of wisdom in you. No, you do. I was reading it. You
Thank
was
you.
speaking a lot of truth and a lot of facts. It's just about enjoying the journey, not being too hard on yourself.
Right.
And you was talked about how you had to accept rejection gracefully. So I wanted to know, can you tell me about an audition that hit you the hardest when you didn't book it, and how you were able to get past it?
Yeah, so actually, as of recently, I had a a pretty big audition that it was based on a book. I actually reread the book because I had reread in my past. And I was just so invested in this character. I was like watching movies that had similar character types. Like I wanted this bad and I was giving it my all. And it was going to film in Louisiana. I was going to get to leave school. I was going to be like, man, I'm out of here, you know? I ain't got to deal with y'all. But yeah, and then like I'd say like 3 days later, they're like, oh yeah, no, they went with the other kid. And I was just like, my mom texted me at school and I was like, man, I just like went to sleep in all my classes. It was tough for sure, but I think it's mainly about how you accept the rejection. You can either take it positively or you can take it negatively. You know, obviously if you take it negatively, it's not going to go nowhere. It's going to stay in here and you're not going to get like what you want in acting. I think if you take the rejection, learn from it, see what you can try to change, work on your craft, things like that. It'll definitely have a huge impact.
Yes, I love that. You know, it's all about perspective, and that's what I got when I read it. So yeah, I think you put a lot of things in perspective, and I think you have a positive outlook on certain things that you know you can influence everything that happens around you, and just keeping that positive energy. So I like that about you.
Thank you, thank you.
And you started off in martial arts, right?
Yeah, I did.
And then found acting. So tell us about that. Like, do you still do martial arts now?
Okay. So yeah, I still do train in karate, mainly the fighting aspect. As far as like the flips and everything, I kind of just do it here and there for fun, you know, for the girls, things like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I started off with karate, and I trained with Leo Howard from Kickin' It.
Okay.
Yeah, he was on a Disney XD show, and he got into acting. I was like, hey, I kind of want to try it. You know, this looks fun. So my manager had actually found me through YouTube and had contacted like a karate instructor in North Hollywood. So
wow,
yeah, he let me know.
Yeah.
And she just kind of sent me a script and was like, read this, and I just want to see what you got. And she said I was great. So I just roll with it, and here I am now.
Yeah, I mean, I love your character on the show. I think it's like, he's so woke for an 8th grader. It's crazy, especially in episode 6, the Posh episode, where they really get into racism and it's your character that brings it to the attention of the girls because they're sort of, you know, young and ignorant a little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
How was it filming that episode? And because that was a huge episode for you and your character.
Yeah, definitely. I liked acting it out because I went through the same thing with my brother and his little bullies. I mean, there's some racist people out there, you know.
Yeah.
So it's not easy for people to deal with that young of an age, you know. So I think me being that mature and, you know, being woke, you know, really just made an impact on the show, and especially from my character and his character. So
yeah, absolutely. It was really, that episode was just amazing. Like all the things that your character and you got to do for your little sister was just, and like kind of, you know, your friend as well. On the show, just I was like, these 8th grade boys are amazing. I wish 8th grade boys were really like this because this is such a nice breath of fresh air, and they're like not ignorant to all the things that are happening the way Maya and Anna kind of were ignorant and having to like figure it out in like a super hard way.
Right. And I think it was nice to see like Shuji take that older brother role, be protective, and because we don't see that side of him until that episode.
Right, so we see like cool older brother. You're protective for like half a second in like the early episodes when you find out that they call her the ugliest girl in school, and that was like a nice little light of like, oh, look at him being the nice 8th grade brother. But I definitely like that they kind of kept you the cool older brother until that episode, and then we really got to see your character develop.
Yeah, and I really love how, you know, at the dinner table, you kind of have to like, listen, this is where we come from. Like, this is our culture. There's no reason to hide it or be ashamed of it. So I really like how you and the friend at the dinner, y'all really was speaking up for speak up for yourself, Maya. Like, no, this is us. Like, no, don't hide it.
Right.
So yeah, that was
and I love when you're like, we're going to go fight them. And you take your other friend who, how old was that kid? Because he definitely did not look like he was in 8th grade. Like the taller guy, and he's like standing behind you, and he's your muscle. And I'm like, okay, wait. Suspension of disbelief. Like,
I honestly, I think his name is Brendon Suhu. He's like, I think he might be like in his 20s.
Oh,
20s.
okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that they had him in there because you definitely needed like your muscle, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And I was going to ask you, so, you know, he was in his 20s, and you have Maria and Anna who's in their 30s. So how was that, you know, being her older brother, knowing that they're really older than you, but it's like you have to act. So how was that like working with 30-year-olds when they were playing teenagers?
It was just a lot of fun, like seeing them portraying. Because, like, I mean, 13 and 14-year-olds now are a lot different from how they were before.
Yes.
So true. Seriously.
So, like, seeing them act like their version of 13 and 14-year-olds is just super funny. I enjoyed it a lot.
How would you compare the way that they act as 13 and 14-year-olds, which is, to me, watching it is like so true to how we were in middle school. Like, it was that painfully awkward.
Yeah.
And so how would you compare 13-year-olds today to 13-year-olds as you see it with Maya and Anna? Like, what are the big differences?
How they dress.
The fashion.
Fashion.
I think still that awkward in school. Like,
They're
our
still
girls
that
and
awkward.
boys kind of still that awkward nowadays. Well, I know, so we know you go to an all boys school.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he's focused, guys. He is very
he's-
focused. He's on a mission. Girls, stay away, okay? So, yeah, but,
He's
you
like,
know,
no, please don't say that on
He's
there.
like, actually, I would say my Instagram. So, but, you know, was it any, did you see, are things still kind of that awkward between girls and guys now?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you always got that, like, you know, you're teenagers, you're flirting, and it's an experience for everyone. Like, it's their first experience. You don't really know what to do at that age because that's when you start really like learning how things work and stuff like that. So, I would say they did a good job.
Good. That kind of makes me happy. I want that awkward middle school phase to still live because it's painful, but you have to go through it. And that's why I'm glad the show exists because it gets to show light on those painful years.
Right. But nowadays we got cell phones, so they kind of can either get to know each other through the phone or it'll be awkward in person.
That's so true.
Yeah,
You have
FaceTime, you can Skype, you can
when you can
Snapchat
have
video.
a whole, you know, personality via social media where all we really had was AIM.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think, you know, I think it's better nowadays because you kind of get the person's personality just from off social media. And you kind of, it's kind of a little bit harder to get catfish nowadays.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
have you ever been
Definitely.
catfished?
No.
Oh, no, he's like,
I need to do that FaceTime first and then
Oh,
See?
yeah,
Nope.
smart.
I gotta see what
They're
you look
really
like.
smart
They're
now.
smart now, yeah.
Not sending pictures of just their hand like Maya did. Like, oh, here's the picture of my arm. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Dallas, for coming on our show, talking about our episodes. It was so awesome to have you on. Where can everybody find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Dallas_LIU and Snapchat Dallas Liu 821. And I don't really go on Twitter, but I'm trying to get on it.
Okay.
And is there anything you have coming up next? What's next for Dallas?
Currently, I don't have any new pending projects, but I am graduating high school and I plan on going to college. So
Nice. Are you going to study acting in college or something else?
I'm still debating that right now. I mean, I was thinking about going to a 4-year, but I decided that junior college would be best for me right now if I want to keep up with acting.
Yeah.
Just because I wouldn't have to meet the requirements of a 4-year, so that'd be pretty tough. So yeah, after the 2 years, you know, I can just transfer up.
Well, we will follow you and follow your journey and see where you end up going. And AJ, where can they follow you?
Well, guys, you can follow me on Instagram at Crimson Pearl and check out my YouTube channel, AJ Talks.
Awesome. You guys can follow me on Instagram at Chloe West X. And come see us next week. It is our last episode of season 1. Hopefully season 2 will be back. I have a pretty good feeling it's coming back. Everybody keeps saying PEN15 is the best show of 2019.
Yes.
So here's hoping to that. But come see us next week for our final episode. Thanks guys so much for watching. We'll see you next week. Buzz you later.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.